We're going to survive!
Feel my passion, feel my passion.
5 years ago, there was a dream. People from different backgrounds and culture joined together for a common cause. To storm an American military base out in the middle of a desert, in hopes of finding extraterrestrial beings that would finally put an end to the decades-old question, are we alone, and can we clap their cheeks? But you see, that day of reckoning was not created spontaneously, but rather the culmination of over half a century's worth of alien epididymal hypertension, blue balls. And one event in particular, which is often seen as the origin point of modern UFO and alien conspiracies, was the 1947 Roswell incident, which I can quickly summarize for you as: man living in New Mexico wakes up, finds debris scattered across his land, man informs sheriff. Sheriff becomes sad because it is not something he can shoot. Sheriff informs Roswell Air Force Base, who becomes sad because it is not something they can bomb. But Air Force sends two men to pick up debris. Air Force media man releases press statement saying that they have recovered pieces of a flying disc. Newspaper people man become very excited. Cream Pants picks up story, headlines gaining attention, and then Air Force releases second press statement. Says the pieces that they picked up was actually parts of a weather balloon? And government kills story. And this relationship has basically been every UFO alien conspiracy for the past 70 years or so. We find potential signs, G-Man comes in, and the trail becomes ice cold. All signs of activity gone. Just like my DMs. Coincidence? Perhaps. And it's believed that many of the pieces recovered at Roswell ended up in a little military base where they studied and reverse engineered alien technology. Hidden away from public view somewhere out in the deserts of Nevada. A place that is more commonly known as Area 51. Why 51? Well, I did a little digging myself, and my theory is that 51 refers to the 51st congressional session held from 1889 to 1891 during the presidency of Benjamin Harrison. Benjamin being an obvious reference to Uncle Ben's, a rice company, and who eats rice? That's right, the Asians, who are known to excel in mathematics. And by using advanced mathematical formulas, we can subtract 1 from 51 to get 50, which is either referencing the number of American states or 50 cents. So when it came called by Matty Roberts on June 27, 2019, to storm Area 51 by Naruto running past the bullets, it wouldn't be surprising that more than 2 million people responded that they would be going. And even an additional 1.5 million expressed interest. Years of UFO sightings, alien conspiracies, and anal probing abductions that not even Preparation H can heal, all covered up by the US government. But the will of the people always endures, and the people had decided no more secrets, that we will take the truth with our own hands. Potentially 3 million people were about to descend into the desert. Keep in mind that the nearest city and thus airport would be at Las Vegas, which currently holds a population of around 650,000, which meant double bunking raiders. It was inevitable that news networks would pick up on the story, and the memes, let's just say that it would go on to spread like wildfire throughout the summer. People talked about it realistically, historically, culturally, spiritually, and even physically. It was the event that everyone was looking forward to. And then, the fateful day had arrived. September 20th, a Friday. Of the 2 million people that said they were coming, only 1,500 people showed up in Nevada. Mostly to attend a music festival happening over the weekend called Alien Stock. And of the 1,500, only 150 people actually made the journey across the desert to the gates of Area 51. 150 out of 2 million. That's like less than 0.01% of people who were invited that actually showed up. And what's even worse is that the turnout percentage is still considered better than anything I ever got on my birthday. Coincidence? Perhaps. But really, what happened here, man? This was supposed to be our D-Day. People wanted to see the UFOs up close. Conspiracy theorists wanted to be validated. And abductees finally had a chance to meet their lovers. We were gonna liberate them, we were gonna free them, and then marry them at a Vegas chapel. Turns out, memes were just that. Memes. Jokes. People chickened out at the last second or never had any intentions of going. People lied on the internet. How can that be? It was like a scene out of Braveheart where the Scottish freedom fighters decided to go home. Except we didn't have Mel Gibson to rally the troops and then moon the English. All we had was this Giga Chad. And I can understand if the 150 people were like the cream of the crop, right? People who dedicated their entire lives to mastering their jutsu. They were gonna be our version of special forces, man. Turned out we might have emphasized special a little too much. But gosh darn it, those people are still heroes in my books because they showed up. This was our chance. The government could not ignore us. They had to call a work meeting about us. They were even ready to go Vietnam on our behinds. The DoD did apologize for that tweet, by the way, but the point was that we were expecting blood. Instead, we only got a couple of arrests for public urination, being drunk, and indecent exposure. So I guess the mooning did occur, huh? But no one made it past the gate. Someone did try but got a stern warning, which was enough to shut the whole thing down. Most people just hung out by the gates, took selfies, and had themselves a little chant.
Clap them cheeks! Clap them cheeks! Clap them cheeks!
We're not saving ET with this one, are we? Ultimately, the entire thing fizzled out without much action, not even a real raid. No uncovered secrets, no UFO, and no hot alien girlfriend. So why did it fail? It's easy to dismiss the fact that 2 million people didn't show up. Even 250,000 would have made a difference. But 3 million people still took the time to respond. Was it time constraints, financial reasons, availability of public transport? No. The real reason why the dream failed was because we never believed. This whole event was just another chapter of a bigger movement. At the heart of every alien conspiracy, unexplained event, and sore butthole lies 2 words that unites the entire ufology community together. I believe. And on that day, we did not. Instead of believing in ourselves and each other, the will of the people, we surrendered that belief to the government, believing instead that they would actually go Vietnam on us. And yes, by staying home, you've avoided getting shot. So you're alive, for now. But one day, many years from now, you'll be old, lying in your bed, and you'll ask yourself, would I be willing to trade all the days from this day to that for one chance, just one chance, to answer the call? Because one shitpost is never finite, and another will rise again in its place. And weebs and nerds from across the land must decide once again if they will believe, if they will stand with their brothers and sisters and the Highland lads once more, to stand in defiance of the non-believers, and to stare directly into the eyes of the American government and say that they may take our lives, but they will never take our alien
Audio Jungle.